This ain't radio. This ain't radio. On the dial tone. This ain't radio. This ain't radio. What I'm on. This ain't radio. This ain't radio. I'm finna talk my shit. This ain't radio. This ain't radio. Give it a listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 294 of This Ain't Radio with your host, Chris. Just Chris. And before we even get started, I have some shit. Today I received a package from the NPA. Caught me by surprise. The National Podcast Association sent me a package today. And I haven't opened it yet because I was like, what the fuck is this? So I'm going to open it right here with y'all right now. They sent me a package. Let's figure out the NPA. Shipped to Christopher Vasquez from the NPA National Podcast. So let's see. Shit. Woo! Star of Fame presented to Just Chris, commission for the award of Best Podcast 2026. Damn, your boy is on the Star of Fame. Best Podcast of 2026. And we only, not even 5 months into the bitch. And I'm already the best podcast of 2026. Shout out to the NPA. The NPA, the National Podcast Association, hooked your boy up. Damn. Check me out. Do you got one of these? Does your favorite podcast got one of these? No, probably not. Most likely not. But look at me. Star of Fame presented to Just Chris. Commission for the award of Best Podcast 2026. Your boy's in the game now. It's official, like a referee with a whistle. Hold on. I gotta put this somewhere. But it don't fit, huh? You gotta go right here. Ugh. Oh, your boy in the game now. Your boy in the game. Shout out to the NPA. They ain't always looking out. But hey, they here now. They are here now. But yeah, look, celebrate your wins. But we still got work to do, right? So look, let me get started. A few weeks ago, like a month ago, I was on here talking about how I got a bike ticket for riding my bike in the walk zone in Hermosa Beach, right? And for the past month, I've been trying to see, what am I getting hit for? I finally received a notice. Motherfucker, they hit me.
We're not finger popping each other's assholes.
They finger popped my asshole. Motherfucker, I'm getting hit for $233. $233. Who the fuck do they think I am? What the fuck do they think I did? I'm just a boy.
Whatever, I do what I want.
I can't even do what I want. Oh my gosh. So that's what it feels like to get taken advantage of. That's what it feels like. Bro, man. You know how many cheeseburgers I could have got for $233? Huh? You know how many pairs of socks I could have got for $233? You know how much gas I could have got for $233? Not that much gas, but still. They said, you know what, Chris, bend over and take this. And I was like, no, I don't want to. And they was like, by force then. And I got taken advantage of.
We're not finger popping each other's assholes.
They are. They are. Mad disrespect, yo. But I digress. At the end of the day, after all my complaining, I guess I'm at fault. At the end of the day, it's bullshit, but you know, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. You know what else is some bullshit? High school reunions. High school motherfucking reunions. My 20-year reunion. It's supposed to be this year, right? And me and Pete, we gonna try to make it happen because everyone else who's been trying, it feels like they're not doing nothing. So Pete hit me with the yo, let's take the initiative. Okay, cool. So more details coming soon. We just know me and Pete gonna try to make this 20-year reunion happen. All right, so if y'all class of 06, Lou House, just know, be on the lookout. Okay? Be on the lookout. But let's scale it back to middle school. Because I have an issue with these young kids. So last week, my nephew came by, right? And he hit me with the new hip shit that the kids are on, that the youth is on. He said that it's gay to eat eggs past 11 a.m. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, you done ate eggs past 11 before. He was like, yeah, but now it's gay. I don't do it no more because now it's gay. It wasn't gay back then, but now it's gay. What the fuck? He was like, yeah. He was like, because gay people make brunch. I'm like, who are you listening to? Who are you getting this info from? These kids, bro, it's on some crazy shit. Like it's gay to eat eggs past 11. When we was growing up, we had, hey, step on a crack, you break your mama's back. All right? I'm just saying. Look, we try to protect our mama, and you trying to protect the idea of your sexuality, youngster. These youngsters trying to protect the idea of their sexuality. They don't know what they doing. Look, I'm going to eat eggs all day whenever the fuck I want eggs. 11:02, 11:45, 1 p.m. Breakfast for dinner. So now you're telling me it's gay to have breakfast for dinner? Huh? Now it's gay to have breakfast for dinner. Ain't that about a bitch? These new kids got the game fucked up, yo. The game is fucked up. All right. So like, and the other thing we had that was like a running thing back in high school. I almost forgot. It was like a running thing back in high school. We had a thing, and I forget why and how it started, but it was like, you never eat the powdered donuts from school. I remember that was a thing. I don't even remember why it was a thing, but that was a thing. We always used to be like, nah, you're not supposed to eat the powdered donuts. So whenever it was just good times. Yeah, did y'all ever play? Y'all don't want that? You don't want that? You don't want that? That's a fucked up game, bruh. People have gotten mad at me before. Cause I remember, oh my god, it's fucked up. But it was just part of the game. It's super fucked up, but that's just what it was back then. Right? So me and my homie, we used to be shit talkers at lunch, right? So we had our crew that we would kick it with, and we would shit talk. And it's like, okay, until we're joking. One joke goes too far. Hey, you don't want that. Smack his lunch out of his fucking. I remember the homie Jacob. He had his lunch. He had French fries, and he said something slick to me. He probably called me fat or some shit. He said something slick. So you don't want that. Smack. Knocked his lunch out of his hand. He had his French fries. French fries dunzo. He was like, hey, fat bitch. Yeah. But I got my lunch. You don't got yours. That shit was funny. Oh my gosh. Being young is easy, man. Being adult is trash. Being young, man, is carefree. Kicking it with the homies was enough. That was enough. Remember when just kicking it with the homies was enough? It was enough. It ain't enough no more, huh? Sometimes it ain't enough for some of y'all. It's still enough for me. I was just with the homies today. After work. For about an hour, 45, 2 hours. I was with the homies today. When last time you just kicked it with the homies or kick it with the homies? Huh? Some people it's too cool to kick it with the homies. I actually saw a Twitter post. I wish I had it so I could post it up here, but I don't have it. They said, if you're over 40, you shouldn't have friends. You should have business partners. Your girl should be your friend. Motherfucker, what? No, my friends is my friends. My girl is my girl. My girl. My girl. My girl. What the fuck? See, that's the people who think like that are people who were never able to hold down friends for a long period of time because they was always on some fuck shit. Anyone that says some shit like that never had real friends because they was on some fuck shit and they was always the problem. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. And I feel like that's real. That's why like a lot of girls that be like, nah, I'm cool more with guys than girls. I don't really get along with girls. But then they always with different guys, right? It's not like they had guy friends since high school. They damn sure ain't have no girlfriends. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it ain't. All right. But yeah, man, the youth is starting to change. But yeah, I got one last thing, yo. I got one last thing. Look. So this past Saturday, right? Allegedly, another assassination attempt on Pig Dick Donald. Another assassination attempt on Pig Dick Donald. This time, the guy accused of attempting the assassination from my side of town. He from the South Bay. He a South Bay baby. All right. Cole Thomas Allen, a 31-year-old suspect in the April 25th shooting. All right, but it's just Trump be on so much bullshit, and he an actor, right? He's an actor. This camera be fucking me up, and he's an actor, and it just doesn't seem real. It don't seem believable. Right? I'm not saying a gunshot wasn't fired. But I heard someone's fact checked me. I heard the Secret Service trains to kill in situations like that. I hear they train to kill. Right? Cuz one of them got shot. And then that's it? And then they're able to subdue him without like, bro, what? I heard they train to kill. And then after all that, like 10 minutes later, Trump is at the podium doing press talking about this is why I need a ballroom. Think about that. Caroline E. Stout tweeted. So here's the facts. Judge rules Trump cannot build ballroom for non-security reasons without congressional approval. Right? Congress didn't approve the budget to build the ballroom, even though Trump said that it'll be privately funded. Right? All right. Trump attends White House Correspondents' Dinner for the first time as POTUS. He never goes. Why? Because he's the talk of the town. He is the butt of the jokes. Caroline Leavitt says shots will be fired in pre-dinner interview. Gunman somehow gets major weapon into building and through security. Shots are fired and he is then taken into custody. I thought they trained to kill. Trump immediately holds press conference and says this is why we need his White House ballroom. You come to your own conclusions. He is full of shit. Do I believe it was a real attempt? No. Just like I don't believe the ear one is a real attempt. Now I think people really died. But we ain't heard shit from the family of those people that died. And this is the third attempt. Right? I guess at a golf course there was someone hiding out in the bushes for 12 hours with a long range shotgun or something with the scope. With the rifle with the scope. And then they get caught, right? It's like, yo, we don't believe you. You need more people. Right? And then now they're trying to get Jimmy Kimmel fired again because he did the fake White House correspondence fucking thing where he was giving the jokes and he was clowning. They were trying to get him fired. And they'll stop. Golly, Trump is going to die of old age. Because he's old already. All right, he be falling asleep. Y'all saw that shit where he fell asleep when they were talking? He's sitting in the Oval Office. He's all tired of his ass, yo. But look, the fact that, any other president would have been like crazy, stop the world news. But the fact that it's Donald Trump, it's not even, you get a couple days of it being news and then it's over with. It's over with, bro. No one gives, this just lets you know, no one gives a fuck what happens to Trump. No one gives a fuck. The attempts at your life, no one cares. Because it don't feel real. It don't feel real. Actually, I need to check. I need to ask Gemini if the Secret Service is trained to kill an active shooting. The Secret Service trained to kill an active in assassination. I can't even spell assassination attempts on the president. Let's see. The Secret Service's primary objective in an assassination attempt is protection through evacuation, not necessarily the elimination of threat. However, their training and policy regarding lethal force are very clear. The use of lethal force policy. Secret Service agents are trained to use deadly force when they have a reasonable belief that the subject poses an imminent threat of death or serious physical injury to the protectee, the agent, or another person. One agent got shot in the bulletproof vest. And they ain't take him down. They were in imminent threat of death. But no, they subdued him. Stopping threat in an active shooting scenario like the July 24th Butler rally or the recent April 2026 incident, agents are trained to neutralize the threat immediately. This often results in death of the assailant as the goal is to stop them from firing another round as quickly as possible. The kill shot misconception. While popular media often focuses on shooting to kill, law enforcement includes Secret Service are trained to shoot at center mass, the torso, because it is the target's largest. It is the largest target of the most effective way to stop a threat instantly. But yeah, look, they're trained to shoot. If not kill, they're trained to shoot and stop a threat immediately. He ain't get hit. He got subdued. He hurt his knee when they subdued him. But yeah. But yeah, at the correspondence dinner, the suspect, Cole Thomas Allen, was subdued by a swarm of agents and officers after firing a shot. Once he was physically pinned and the immediate threat was controlled, the use of lethal force no longer legally or tactically. Yeah, but I wonder how close he was actually. Where's the footage? Where's the footage? We need to see the footage. Run the tapes. Where are the tapes? Golly, I wish I... Look, all I know is that I don't know, dog. That's all I know. Okay, that's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. Because the more I know, the less I know, right? Because any wise man knows that he knows nothing at all, right? But look, that's episode 294. This Ain't Radio with your host, Chris. Just Chris. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Help me get an algorithm. And I got my star of fame. All right. Commission for the award of Best Podcast 2026. And we ain't even halfway in the year yet. Okay? And I got a little secret. This was gifted to me by my brother. But yeah. Look, until next episode, y'all. Peace. Peace.